Hey everyone, welcome back to my garden. Let's see what's going on today. Have some new things blooming. My Coreopsis, which is a ground cover variety, has these pink little lilac pink flowers. It is blooming and there's so many buds on. I don't know if you can see all the buds. This thing is loaded up. Wow. I didn't know if it was a weed or not because I had planted this last year for the first time. And so when it started growing back, I was thinking, oh my, is that a weed? Because it didn't have any flowers on it. And I mean, look, if you saw this growing, you'd be like, is that a weed? Anyway, but I left it because I wasn't too sure. And I'm happy I left it. We got some Bidens growing, blooming back there, the yellow, and of course the phlox is just so pretty. My denim and lace is getting crowded out. I probably need to dig that up and move it because it's a pretty plant. And then my blue days or blue my mind, I can't remember which one this is. It's blooming, but it's also getting, blocked out. Yeah, so I need to probably do something about that. My tricolor sedum is looking pretty. Looks like I have a Mexican petunia there trying to grow. Everything's looking pretty this morning. Okay, so those are definitely getting too much water and need to get pulled. That Dusty Miller, I already saw signs of it declining, so I just need to go ahead and just yank it. But all this is growing and doing good. Okay, what's that? Oh, that's a Rose of Sharon. And it's white and fluffy. Aw. Definitely happy to see that bloom. I didn't know what color it was. It was one of those surprise plants that I bought from a plant sale. It just said Althea Rose of Sharon and it didn't say what color it was. So I'm happy to see that it's white. Uh-oh. What's happening to my Agastache? It's looking kind of limpy. I wonder if the ants have gotten back into it. Oh yeah, it's dry. It needs some water. I need to come in here and cut back some of the, oh, look at those elephant ears. I'm really not a fan of them. I have a friend who likes them. I might dig them up and pass them out to others. They come back though, even when I dig them up, because I always leave something behind. But I'm not a fan, and it's blocking my sprinkler head. So I either need to change my sprinkler head or I need to cut everything back so it can spray, because it should be, it reaches out here, but it should be enough that water gets in that. So I'll have to come back and water that. That's a Roxanne geranium. Uh-oh, that's not getting enough water either. Gosh, I was just out here yesterday morning. It doesn't take long for everything to start suffering when it's 95 degrees outside every single day in June. Oh my, this is like, we are 5 degrees higher than our average at this time. 5 degrees higher. So we normally stay at about 89 around this time, but we're hovering in the like 94, 95, and sometime this week it's gonna be like 98 degrees. Now wait, what my camellia's budded up? Well, that doesn't seem right. This isn't a summer blooming camellia. We'll have to keep our eye on that. What's going on with that, huh? Look at those caladiums. Oh my goodness. Some things do really good, which is a good reason to go around your yard and document what's doing good and what's not doing good. Because if it's doing well, especially when it's like extreme weather, heat, rainfall, things like that, you want to bring more of those plants into your yard. So my yard has a huge collection of plants. And I'm not encouraging people to just plant every plant possible, but me personally, I do bring in a lot of different varieties and a lot of plants because I'm new at gardening and I want to know what does really well. What is the lowest maintenance plant that looks pretty and does what accomplishes what I'm looking to do. I love color, I love flowers, and so I definitely want something that's going to bring the color, the flowers, but yet also be pretty easy, low maintenance. And let me tell you, now I have a sprinkler system and I run it at least every other day, but when it's 90 plus degrees, I do give, I'll run this back station because these plants back here do not like a lot of sun. And I will run this station maybe for 5 minutes in the morning, every morning, just to give it moisture, just so it doesn't, suffer from the sun. Because it gets sun in the afternoon, but it's the heat, in combination with the heat, these things could suffer if they don't get enough water. So I make sure that I water them when it's hot, like this in the summertime. I water them every day, even though they're in the ground. I still have these plants to plant, and I have them sitting on that bucket because I pour water to sit on top of that bucket. It's kind of recessed, and that way they can be watered and have water, not too much because it's pretty shallow, but enough that they get moisture and stay moist. But I have a few things that did perish, like my blueberry. I'm still hopeful, but I don't think it's going to come back. I think it's toast. But I do have some things that are struggling. Yesterday, the variegated hydrangea was so limpy. I was so scared, but the sprinkler does not reach back there, so I actually had to hand water it. So now that I know that, I'm going to come back and I'm going to change out that sprinkler head to spray further. It needs to be able to reach back there because I just don't have the time to hand water everything. What else is blooming that we haven't seen yet? Let's see. I know there was something else blooming. My Abelia, Rose Creek Abelia, is looking pretty with its nice foliage color. That's new to me. I mean, it hasn't done well. I don't know what it is about Abelias, but it hadn't been doing well, so. My echinacea I transplanted seems to be okay. I need to cut those blooms off so it can really focus on the roots. All this seems to be doing well. I don't think I've posted that video yet, but that'll be coming. I know something else was blooming. Sorry for the glare of the sun. I meant to get out here a lot sooner, but I was doing my quiet time this morning. It just went a little long. Well, I knew something else was blooming and I wanted to come out and show you. Good morning, hydrangeas. These are the Limelight. They're so pretty. They glow. Well, maybe I'm mistaken. Or maybe it's somewhere else. Sorry about my shadow. This is not the right time to be doing this back here. That is bubblegum, super tunia bubblegum. That's another denim and lace. That one's actually in a much better position place. This butterfly bush really wants to bloom. But y'all, look at that tiny panicle. I mean, I don't remember what kind this is, but I think I got it. I don't know. I can't remember what it is. Thought I got it at a plant sale, but I could be wrong. Okay, maybe it was out here. This area gets so much sun that if you don't water this grass, it'll turn brown. But that area's never been that way. Okay, we're on the west side, and I have my cardboard soaking because I'm going to remove some more grass here in a little bit. These are all ground cherries. They are the pineapple ground cherry. They have like a little paper covering, and then they kind of do taste like pineapples. It's a very light hint of pineapple. Oh, that's right. Yes, this is what was blooming. Okay, y'all. Everyone say hello. Hello, Dahlia. Oh, isn't she pretty? She was the first one to open up. And then I have another one about to open, but hasn't opened yet. And I have a second flower on it. And that one still is not there yet. But this one, and I love the color. I love it. And you know what? The color, and I need to get more of these. Look, the color and that loropetalum. Oh my goodness. Yes, I love it. And even with the purpley color of the hibiscus leaves, it just pairs so well. And then of course, with the variegated leaves of this fountain grass. So I'm so thrilled about this. I hope the bugs don't get it. I'm gonna have to come out often and just look real close at the stems and stuff, because I am worried about those aphid bugs. Ooh, I need to come back out here and remove that. This is Virginia creeper. No, I'm sorry. Virginia buttonweed, not creeper. Creeper's that vine that has those 5 palmate looking leaves. But it regrows from the root, so you really have to be able to get it all out. And it's kind of like Bermuda grass. It doesn't just, you know, you can't just pull it out. It grows back from the roots. Actually, any part of it, stem, doesn't matter. Well, I removed all this stuff, and now it's, see, even though I did it upside down, it's growing. So I gotta come back out here and let me throw that away. And my Rose of Sharon is getting bigger. And I think that's a purple color, like a lavender. I do. I think it's a lavender. There's some more Coreopsis, but you can see it's a taller variety. Has a little bit of coloring in the center of the flower. I need to come out and deadhead it. I see a lot of spent blooms. And that is one you want to deadhead, because those dead blooms take forever to fall off. I think Echinacea looking pretty. Still haven't came out here to trim these back yet. But I will. I will. I've just been running at a time. And that loropetalum, it's agree with it. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. But it's saying it wants to be turned into a tree, right? Isn't that what everyone else sees? I mean, that's what I see. It wants to be turned into a tree. And I think I'm gonna have to just do what it wants. And then that'll open up the bottom area so that my gladiolas that are all back there can grow. And I still have gladiolas blooming. Got a pink one back there bloomed. I need to go back there too and remove those spent blooms. I see I got to come back out here and do some more weeding. And I probably can remove this little cage I have propping up that echinacea. It wanted to fall over, but I was working in this area. Oh, is that an assassin bug? They're good at hiding. Like, every time you want to look at their back, they crawl and go upside down. I did a video recently where I cleaned out this little pathway, and it does. It looks so much better through there. I'm very happy with what I did. But let's check the echinacea. The little babies. Oh, they need to get watered. Okay. Do need to come and water them. They're suffering a little bit. I see a couple of perished, and that's my fault. I removed a palm tree that had somehow got into my yard and sprouted. And it's over in the pot over by the garden, because it's a pretty little palm tree. It's like a fan leaf or something like that. I used the plant ID thing to figure it out. Okay, those are Bidens. It's a Biden. My daylily petering out a little bit. Ugh, those spiderworts still look terrible. Butterfly bush looks a little bit more tamed. I need to cut that one more stem. I missed one. There's some more Gara. That's a little Monarda. Bee balm, also known as. See, this is what the spiderwort's supposed to look like. See how pretty that is? I don't know why that one over there is looking that way. I wonder if it has like a mold on it or something. I trimmed up this butterfly bush the other day, and it's looking so much better. It's starting to bloom again. And oh boy, it was fun cutting that because it smelled so good. I'm loving the Angelonia this year. And this is the blue variety, so it sparkles to me. Lots of dragonflies. There's a little Gara growing. I might pull that Gara up and put it where that one died. Saw a bumblebee over there, only because I watched the little stem flopping around. Wow. There he is. Oh, he went. Bye-bye. Oh, well, we'll come over on this side anyway. Look at all those weeds. They're easy to pull, but you just got to go in there and get them. And I got a little pine tree growing. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's coming off. Kind of looks like rosette disease, but I don't know for sure if it is or not. Looks weird though. Could be that it's cracked and not getting enough. That one stem might be cracked. Forget what this one's called, and the tag is underneath it. I said it in another video what it was. Something rose, I think. Oh, spider web. Oh, where is the tag? Where is the tag? Oh, there it is. Can you see it? I hope you can. You can always pause and zoom in. Luna Rose, I think it says. And I think this is also Luna Rose, but it's growing kind of funny. Woo! Cut off the blood supply when I knelt down. Got dizzy there. And my crepe myrtles are blooming. They're nice, pretty. Now these are almost a red color, but they're not red. They're almost like magenta, maybe. And I've had to spray this with the strong spray of water. And now that they're blooming, well, before they bloomed, I sprayed them with insecticidal soap and whatever I had, whatever I could that would kill the bugs. But there's lots of eggs, and I also have some bugs on it, but I haven't seen any ladybugs. I need some ladybugs. Because what happens is these little aphid things, whatever they are, they cause that soot. Oh, that tree just dropped a limb on that house and it rolled down. It wasn't big, it was little, so it didn't do any damage. Just made some noise, that's all. Anyway, but so that sooty mold gets on the leaves and the leaves start looking terrible. My hose doesn't reach all the way over here, so it's hard to actually spray this one as well as I spray the other one. Ugh. I can also bring out my little toothbrush, and there's not that many of them, so I probably could come out here with my toothbrush and get into the little, because where they live, so let me see if I can find another one. Oh, see, like see how fast that little bug. All right, he's so little. Where's my finger? Oh, I'm not even near it. Couldn't see him in the camera. Okay, so there he is. And see how he doesn't want to be seen by us, but he's crawling. Look, he just went right by that aphid. Let's see if he gets it. Hey dude, stop. There's one right there. I don't know. I mean, come on, there's an aphid right there. I don't know if they actually do eat that. I mean, I think they do. But maybe he's being shy now. But you see how, like, let me see if I can find one that's closer. All right, here's a good example. See how they live in like the crotch of the leaf nodes? Yeah, so getting them is quite difficult. I mean, my fingernail can get them, yeah. But the thing that does, oops, see, you don't want to, because then you break the leaf off, like I just did. Anyway, the little toothbrush, soft bristle, of course, can help to remove them. Gets down into that area. Oh, look at that butterfly on that butterfly bush, like on cue. Oh. Oh. It's like he knows. See if we can. All right, he went over to the Gomphrena over there. Yes, I'm watching you. Must be camera shy. Oh well. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's part of my lantana. Wow, it's getting big. Starting to creep into my barberry there. That's okay, it's so pretty. I love this lantana. It's like a lavender and pink, and sometimes the palest of yellow, and that's because the little centers of the flower are yellow. It's just so pretty, but look, some of them are just purple. So pretty. I think this is my favorite lantana. This is how it starts. more pink and yellow, and then it ages. Oh, look how precious that is. And lantana doesn't smell bad. I mean, it has a unique scent to it, but I like it. Whew. Tell you what, bending over, crouching down, oof. Standing back up again. This liripe, you know, I was removing it, and I still am. I just get, there's so much of it, and I stopped, and it just has reclaimed its ground. So when I go to remove the liripe, I have to do an entire section. Like, I cannot stop. I have to take it all out at one time. And the other thing, it blooms, and it's blooming right now, sending up its little flower stalks. Here's one that's a little closer. And they'll turn purple. They turn a prettier purple, and they're pretty, but they also become real seeds, and then more plants start, so that's why it gets so thick. But anyway, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. And then this pink, these are called double pink knockout roses. And this one here, though, has a shoot that comes up all the time that is red. It's the red variety. So I have to come out here and cut that off so that they can stay pink. But you see that the sun has really bleached out the flowers quite a lot. I might need to give them a little bit more water. Maybe that'll help, but I'm thinking that they're just gonna be faded out like this all summer long. I don't think that the amount of water is going to change that, because this one here gets a lot of water because there's a sprinkler right there, and so it gets a lot of water, and it's not faring any better. It too has faded out blooms. So I just think the heat is going to cause them to really, you know, just not look as good as they could. But that's okay, because even when they're kind of like that, they still have a little bit of prettiness to them. My husband came in yesterday and said, I had no idea that hostas set blooms. And I was like, yep, they sure do, and some of them smell good too. But the hostas are blooming all over the yard. Oh, that liripe is just encroaching. Help me, Lord. I gotta get rid of this liripe. I need to get back there and pull some weeds, I see. Woo! There goes the sprinklers. Well, it's that time. Gotta sign off. It's getting hot outside. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe.